Hello, everyone. I'm Retrospect Greg, and with me is Floptina Boots. What a name you picked for yourself.
Hey, just call me Floptina.
Okay. Well, we're
My
gonna
wife chose the name. I have no idea what it means.
Okay. Hmm. Well, interest. Yeah, I don't know if Luffy goes with that name, but okay.
I don't think he'd like that name.
Yeah. Hi. Hello.
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah, we are. Anyway, we're going to talk about Superman and Fantastic Four. What was better? So, I guess we'll start that off. Boots, what do you think was better? Did you like Superman or Fantastic Four better?
If I had to pick between the two, definitely Superman.
Yeah, I think Superman was probably the better experience because it's like it was a fresh beginning. It's a fresh beginning for DC. Start of James Gunn's universe.
Yeah, I mean, it was the better, I think, comic book movie,
Yeah,
but, not to downplay Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four was probably the highest quality Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Really?
From special effects to the sets, just that whole vibe, the whole
yeah, the retro,
vibe and the music, the fact that they have a theme,
yeah,
which is not a thing Marvel ever does.
yeah, the retro futuristic vibe was kind of cool in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, they need to keep that. And the sequels, whenever they do it, I want them to go back to that world.
Yeah, although what I'm hearing what their plan is after Secret Wars, they're gonna basically reset the whole universe, and then
Yeah, I'm sure they'll. I mean, obviously they're going to be around. They're new, so
yeah,
Marvel's not going to get rid of them.
yeah, yeah, and well, hopefully they'll. I mean, they'll probably. I could see Chris Hemsworth being done after Secret Wars.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
And they're definitely going to have a new Steve Rogers and a new Tony Stark. That's for sure.
I think down the road, yeah, I could see all that happening.
Mm-hmm. But Superman, I think, was just a little more topical. I mean, I think the standout for me was Lex Luthor in Superman, just because he's such an asshole in that movie. But that's why he's so great to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they made him really like a true comic book villain.
Oh yeah, well, it's the Lex Luthor I think I've wanted to see since forever, because it's like he's the guy who doesn't like Superman because Superman's an alien and he doesn't want to, he thinks that's insulting to humanity.
Yeah, and also because Lex he always has to work to get to where he is. And
Yeah,
he's a super genius, but this guy shows up and can do, everything people can't do.
yeah, and he thinks that's insulting to humanity.
Yeah, no, Lex was a great character. I think everybody got their, that's what makes a movie good. Everybody got their chance.
Yeah, well,
In the movie.
I think my favorite line of Lex Luthor's was when he goes to the Fortress of Solitude. He's like, he's not a man, he's an it.
Yeah, no, he had a lot of great lines. He probably did some of the best lines of the movie.
Yeah. What did he say? They chose him. Let them die.
Yeah, that's basic villain dialogue, and he got the best of it. Gunn is great at writing dialogue, and they even toned him down. Gunn screened the movie for a ton of friends apparently over a few months, and they cut a part they filmed during that scene when he's with Superman in that what is it? What do they call it? When he has him locked up, what's that area called? He called it something. like some kind of negative zone, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But they cut out a part which, Gunn has his, the Gunnisms, and apparently after he shot the guy, that dictator character,
Yeah.
went over and kneel down to block the blood flowing from the guy he killed, so it wouldn't touch Lex's shoes. And they cut that out.
Yeah.
They cut out a bunch of little things. I think they had Gunn had to tone things down. There's too many of his things in there, so I think people really helped him collaborate.
Yeah. The dictator, I don't know. I think he's clearly he was. I think he's a mix of Putin and Net, however you say that guy's name, Net.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it's an allegorical movie. But
Well,
yeah.
I think Gunn said it's not meant to be based on anything in particular.
No, nothing specific. But yeah, for sure, it definitely it's more topical than Fantastic Four is just supposed to kind of set things back a little bit and introduce these characters.
Yeah. Well, Fantastic Four also had the fact that it was like, we haven't had really a good Fantastic Four movie, so you better get this right going. So they had that pressure on it.
Yeah, that's why it was such a high quality movie. I think they've spent so much time developing it. They couldn't mess it up. It's not something they could mess up when it's been literally decades that they've been trying.
Yeah.
So they didn't want it to, they wanted to make sure it was a good quality product.
Well, that's funny because in one weekend it made more money than the 2015 movie did in its entire run.
That makes sense. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, I watched it a little. I watched it on Disney Plus, but I just remember it was so slow and boring, and it was like,
yeah, I have no interest. I think isn't it true they don't even show Doom till the end doing anything?
Yeah, he just I don't know. Somehow he gets his powers by going to that weird planet they go to, and then he tries to do something bad, and then they stop him, and then he dies. And it's like, okay, that was it.
Yeah, no, I had no interest. It has a couple of good actors in it, but I have no interest in it.
So I guess we're gonna get into spoilers here. It's basically that Doom shows up at the very end of this, like in the post-credit scene. Like you see him a little bit.
Yeah.
But they have said that was Robert Downey Jr. in the costume.
Yeah, they confirmed it.
So Franklin's gonna. So basically, yeah, this movie was all. I guess if one flaw they both have is they both have ugly CGI babies.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna, Well, that part wasn't CGI. Or do you just mean during the baby scenes?
The baby scenes, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they used a real baby sometimes, but yeah, you're right. Where was there a baby in Superman?
Remember Metamorphose kid? Like he wants Superman to save his kid so he can.
Yeah, well, that's an alien. That's a
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a normal baby.
Yeah. Well.
Wait, before we get into it, what would you rate them? Let's say out of 5 stars each of them.
Okay, I'll give Superman 4.5 stars and Fantastic Four 4 stars.
Wow, I'm impressed.
What would you give them?
As far as comic book movies, I'd give Superman a 5, and I'd give Fantastic Four probably like a 3.
Would you give Superman a 3.5? You said?
No, 5.
5. Okay.
And I'd give Fantastic Four a 3.
All right. So that's.
But compared to other movies, I rate comic book movies differently than non-comic book movies.
Yeah.
So if I was going to give this an actual rating out of 5 compared to everything else, I'd give Superman a 3, and I'd give Fantastic Four a 2.
Okay.
I think Superman's perfect as a comic book movie. I don't think you can get any more perfect, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be excited because it's basically the cartoon.
Yeah.
Live action. Really, the whole thing feels like the cartoon.
Well, I can't wait for Supergirl next year.
Yeah, that and Batman. That tells me that Batman is going to be more like the cartoon. It's going to be based on the cartoon.
Well, speaking of Batman, I think what they really should do with Matt Reeves' Batman, they should just film part 2 and part 3 back to back, and then call it a day, and then get to go.
Then you're going to be waiting 10 years because part 3 hasn't even.
Yeah, Reeves is a bit slow with that, but I guess there's no big deal in having, because Matt Reeves' Batman's not going to work in Gunn's universe. I think that's pretty clear.
No, it's supposed to be super realistic, and James Gunn said, whatever year his movie comes out, their Batman won't be out. They're gonna flip flop them. They don't want 2 Batman movies the same year.
Yeah, I could see Brave and the Bold in 2028 because I think the Batman Part 2 is 2027.
Yeah, which is crazy. When did Part 1 come out?
What?
What year did Part 1 come out?
2022, so it'll be 5 years, which is kind of long.
Yeah, no, that's pretty long.
So I'm not sure people will, because I think it's got that going for it, because it's like.
No, people will still go. People still love the movie.
Yeah.
It's Batman. It's always successful.
With the Dark Knight trilogy, I think, let's see, there was a 3-year gap between Batman Begins and the Dark Knight, and then there was a 4-year gap between the Dark Knight.
And if you remember, Batman Begins wasn't a huge blockbuster.
No, but it basically set the stage for Dark Knight to do crazy.
Exactly. So this could be the same thing. Same thing could happen here.
With Superman, yeah. It's Superman didn't. It's like the next one will probably do a lot better.
Yeah, no, and I think Batman Part 2 will make more money than 1.
No, the Batman Part 1 did $700 million. That's not too bad.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they did way less than that. Oh.
I think The Dark Knight was the first superhero movie to ever make $1 billion at the box office, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, a lot of people need to remember making $1 billion wasn't a common thing back then.
No, and it started becoming really common with all these comic book movies. And then COVID happened, and those days are over.
Yeah,
unless your name is James Cameron.
Well, Mario made $1.5 billion.
That Mario, yeah.
Barbie did really well. So did Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I think Avengers is gonna be a really, really good test.
Yeah, but they're still filming that, I believe, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gonna be filming until the end of the year. Jeez. There's a lot to that movie.
Didn't they start filming that in March, I think?
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock me if with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen's age that they're filming their scenes if they have any for Secret Wars already.
Yeah. No, it's the Russo brothers. They're definitely filming some stuff for Secret Wars in the background.
Yeah.
The way they do it. They film stuff that they know will take time with special effects, and
use
the actors they have now.
Yeah, and like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing that with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen because of their age.
Yeah. And I'm assuming there's some bigger scenes they filmed.
So I guess we'll talk real quick. Who do you think had the better villain in these two movies? Do you think?
Oh, definitely Superman. Easily Superman. But that's the thing. Like, we got a good Fantastic Four movie. Galactus was amazing. I can't wait till we see that more of that.
Yeah. He was
we're gonna be waiting a while. It's gonna be a while.
He wasn't a cloud. He was actually just a big man in a costume.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And what a great voice. He has one of my favorite voices. He does voice acting for some video games. He's the voice of the big thing that you'll know, He's the voice of Sid in Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and that guy always, and he's also a voice in Diablo 4. Yeah, Diablo 4. So he has a very unique, what's the word, gruff voice. So people love working with him. And I'm so glad they put him in a costume. I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes photos of him in the costume. He released some himself. And yeah, he fully wears it. And he had to imitate, what it's like walking through a city and crashing into buildings and everything. I love that.
Yeah, I love. He's actually a little more of a jerk than he is in the comics, because there's like that scene where he like tortures.
No, I think part of the reason that's happening is because, well, I like that bit. I actually really like that part. That was really funny because it was very twisted, but because they did the Nathaniel story immediately.
Yeah,
I think that's why he's not your simple Galactus origin story, which I also is another thing I'm loving this trend. No origin stories. I love it. Keep it going because
with Superman, it's like we've seen his origin story so many times. We don't need to see it again.
Exactly. So this trend needs to keep going. I don't want origin stories.
And like with Batman, you don't need to open with his parents getting killed.
No, and Gunn said that. Gunn said you're not seeing that again.
Like, you can acknowledge it by having him say, "Yeah, that happened to my parents," and that's it.
Yeah, Gunn said no. Or everyone's seen Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman. He's like, people know their origin. We don't need to do it all over again. He doesn't want to waste his time. And besides, they already introduced Batman in his DCU. He was in Creature Commandos.
Yeah, we still don't know who's going to play him though.
No, he said the hardest part about Creature Commandos is they kept asking him questions, and he had to keep refining the suit in that cartoon because he's like, well, this is going to be our Batman. I want to be kind of accurate. And he's like, you know what? Just keep him in the shadow mostly. He's like, let's not show too many colors or detail.
Well, my hope with that is that I think I said this. I don't want him to be in armor anymore. Just give me a guy.
No, he's not. They're not doing that. I think what they're going to do is like Superman. And I think which some people complain about, which is so funny to me. People were like, oh, it didn't look as. I mean, I'm sure it's Snyder fanboys, but it didn't look as cool as the Man of Steel. And no, they did cloth. Clark was wearing cloth, and his muscles, it's his real muscles.
Yeah,
I think that's the direction they're going to go for all of these. So Batman's going to be the same. I don't think you're going to see any armor. I think you're going to get the classic gray and blue, very dark blue.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be. Or black. You're going to get gray and black. And everyone's pretty much assuming he's going to wear yellow. The bat symbol will be the bat logo on his chest will be yellow.
Yeah.
They asked him about wearing the underwear on the outside. They asked Gunn about it, and he said, he's like, I'm not sure that would work as well as it does for Superman. Superman has a reason. There was a reason we did that. And I'm not sure what we're going to do with Batman. Honestly, I think it would look fine with him too. But they can also make a joke about it, because because also we'll get into it. But
yeah, well, they got
Batman and Superman pick on each other.
Well, they gotta do like Batman able to like just drape his cape over his entire body, like in the cartoons and comics.
Yeah, so that's one of the things everyone's asking for. Like they were like, okay, well, first of all, do it like the cartoon, because if you're doing Superman like the cartoon, have Batman's cowl and his cape. His cape covers everything, and it's always in the dark, and it's supposed to be kind of, it's supposed to scare the villains. Do the blue, but like when it's at night, it doesn't look blue. The white eyes. Everybody wants the white eyes. Give him yellow for the bat logo on his chest. Utility belt. I think we're going to get all of that. And I think his costume is going to be like Superman's, like a fabric, not armor, not metallic.
Yeah. Well, with the
if you watch the cartoon, you see it. I mean, really, it does look kind of gray. You can kind of everybody, you know how people are. Everybody paused it, zoomed in, analyzed it, and there's hints of like gray there and a yellow utility belt. So, and they made their Batman big. He's a big guy. He's not some little skinny guy. He's really big.
Yeah. Well, my guess is with Batman, they're actually going to have the Bat family be active, so we'll get Robin, we'll get Batgirl.
Yeah, they're all in there. Everyone's in there. This universe has been around, as you saw, another thing we could talk about, which I love the opening Superman. These people have been around for thousands, literally, of years. So,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw James Gunn released. People were asking. He released a mural that was in the Hall of Justice. Remember in the background, there's a mural you can see. He released it. He released the full mural on Instagram, so in detail, so everyone can see it and analyze it.
Yeah. I guess 10 years from now, we'll be seeing all of the Justice League go against Darkseid for the finale or something.
Yeah, one of the finales. I mean, he's doing chapters.
Yeah.
Chapter 1's Gods and Monsters. Everybody wants them to do, what is that story called? New Frontier, which I love that comic. It's very old school classic. New Frontier. I could see that New Frontier as part 2.
Yeah.
After the Justice League is formed.
Yeah.
But this is going to be very different Justice League. This isn't, you can see it's pretty obvious. It's not going to be super traditional. I could see it, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, obviously. You're going to have to, that's the 3 most important characters to James Gunn.
Yeah.
And then you can have Flash, Jon Stewart, Hawk Girl, and I could see Supergirl being on their team.
Yeah. I just want to. So basically, they're both doing different things. Like Superman's setting up the foundation for the entire DCU, and Fantastic Four was basically just, this is the first movie of Phase 6. So.
Yeah, and with the way Marvel's going, which I appreciate, and it's something you wanted, so you should be applauding it. Less content, higher quality.
Yeah.
This is going to be very short Phase 2. You've got one movie before Avengers, and we're down to about 2 movies a year. That's fine by me. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Because trying to put all those all that stuff out was clearly killing them.
Yeah, Feige put it a good way. He said he called it homework. He said, and this, this is another topic, a whole different topic, but basically, how everything went with Disney Plus when it first came out. They demanded shows from everybody, every studio. They said we want more shows, so we get subscribers.
But they clearly weren't
diluted because then they had to make like 6 Marvel shows, and Feige realized that. And now that Disney Plus is big, they slowed down. And now we're going to get one show a year is the plan, which is very different from this year, last year, year before, where it's like 4 to 5 shows. Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, speaking of Disney, when we were seeing Fantastic Four, we saw the trailer for Zootopia 2. I was like, right.
That'll make an easy billion.
And
that'll make $1 billion, no effort.
Actually, what was funny, I remember was like they started playing here's your future presentation. Oh wait, one more trailer. It's the new Avatar movie.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Is that this year? Is that
Yeah, I was shocked. I didn't know it was gonna be this year.
Huh. Yeah, it's like that's gonna make another $2 billion.
Yeah, that's another $2 billion. I read all the spoilers. Someone went to test screening and leaked the entire movie.
Well, I heard James Cameron already filmed scenes for all the other movies.
He's filmed parts for all of them. That's another topic. We don't need to go into this. But yeah. I really couldn't care less. And if you ask me to name one character, I can't.
Yeah.
I literally cannot name one character from it. They all look the same.
But, well.
And the fact that he went to Star Wars Jedi, the Force route with that little girl that you saw, right?
Oh,
See the last one?
I didn't see it. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a character in there who can like use the Force now, and she's like the chosen one. I'm like, are you joking? You're really going this direction? It's not what I expected. I'm like, oh God, I rolled my eyes so hard, and that's when I stopped caring. I was like, all right, I don't care because this is, and you first of all, we don't want to get into it too much, but you take the name Avatar, and you go to court to keep the name.
Yeah.
And let's be real, that cartoon for kids is much better than your story.
Well, yeah.
And then you make a sequel or a third movie about a Fire Nation. Come on.
Yeah, I think they're already making a third Avatar show based on the Avatar after Korra. I think we saw concept art.
Yeah. But my point is, like,
speaking of which, SGCC is going on right now.
yeah, I heard James Gunn got a standing ovation.
Yeah, he deserved it.
It's his first. It was his first appearance since the movie came out. So
yeah,
he's very excited.
So let's see. Next is Supergirl, and I heard they're fast tracking Wonder Woman or something like that. What I mean,
not fast tracking. He clarified that. He said it's not fast tracking. He just said it's very important. But yeah, they have the same writer as Supergirl and Teen Titans. She already finished Teen Titans. She handed the script in.
Yeah.
She's doing. They have her on Wonder Woman now. So James Gunn really has a fan. He's very much a fan of this woman. Apparently, her scripts are amazing, so he trusts her. So we have two. It looks like we have two big, writers in this universe, and of course, something Marvel doesn't really do. James Gunn hires the comic book writers. He has them help him. Like this Lantern show coming out. Was partly developed and written by some DC writers.
Yeah.
So Gunn knows what he's doing. He understands.
Yeah, the Snyder Bros are not really taking it too well.
No, they're so few and far between.
All Superman needs is $3 more million domestically, and it'll pass Man of Steel domestically.
Yeah, and I was doing some not research, but I was reading about inflation and how people use inflation.
Yeah.
And I think that trend actually needs to go. It's very shoddy. It's not precise. And there's one major thing about inflation that people never do. They never think about the budget of the movie. So if you're going to inflate, say, how much Man of Steel made, then you need to inflate the budget.
Yeah.
That's not something anybody does. I never thought about that. And that's, I was like, that's true. So Superman, if Man of Steel's budget was 150, okay, then what would that be with inflation? 300 million? So then you're telling me it wasn't as successful. So basically people are saying just don't use inflation anymore. It's not super accurate and it's not super representative.
Yeah. Also, movie tickets didn't cost as much back then.
So, well, that's the point of inflation. That's what, you inflate the cost of the ticket, but then the math gets a little complicated. So a lot of analysts are just like, don't bother with inflation anymore, because then you'll have to think about the budget of the movie and inflate that, because that would be the only fair way to do it. So, great. That sucks for Spider fans. That probably makes them more upset because now they can't use inflation for Man of Steel. To be like, oh, look, our movie still made $1 billion. Inflation. It's like, well, did it? Did it really?
No, it didn't make $1 billion, even adjusted for inflation.
Exactly. So they have nothing. They have nothing, and this movie deserves, way more.
Looks like it's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder had a complete, no hate to the guy, but as a creator, completely, utterly missed the concept of Superman, and utterly, completely missed it.
Well, yeah, I think I made my what wrong with Zack Snyder's Superman.
Yeah.
I decided
You should plug that. You should plug that. Tell people to go watch it. What's the video called?
what went wrong with Zack Snyder's Superman.
Yeah, it's not a Superman movie. He completely misunderstood it. And even if he wants to say, "Oh, it's a mature viewpoint, that's darker," no, I'm sorry, you missed the entire point.
Well,
You couldn't have missed the point more with that character, and it just tells me you don't even. That means you don't care. You didn't care about the character.
well,
You want to just do your version of another, almost I could say evil Superman, which we've seen that trope nonstop. I'm sick of that trope. We can talk about that later. That trope is die.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not too excited for Injustice 3 because Injustice is like built on evil Superman.
Yeah, no, I'm tired of it. I'm so bored of it. It's like everything does. Homelander, great, because your whole show is based around it.
Well, Homelander
and,
at least has
and that's comedy. There's that it's dark comedy.
Well, Homelander and Aquaman had the excuse of being different characters.
Yeah, and it's a joke. It's comedy. There's so much dark humor in it. They don't even take it seriously. The problem is Zack Snyder took it very seriously. And so and the fact that James Gunn had to, be like, guys,
yeah,
this is classic Superman, and the fact that he based it off the cartoons, that tells you right there he loves this stuff. He just loves it. And what Snyder did with Man of Steel tells me he doesn't love it.
Yeah,
he didn't love it, so he made his own version.
And he did again with Batman v Superman, where he's like, I think Batman could kill all these people by proxy. Even
his Batman wasn't as bad as his version of Superman. Yeah. His Batman could have been redeemable. His Superman, no, he threw that character in the trash. Sadly.
Yeah. Well, the
point is, Snyder didn't want to make a Superman movie. He didn't.
Well,
that's the problem. He didn't want to make a Superman movie.
Well, I think the thing was Zack Snyder, like he read like what's her name, Anne Rand, or however you say her name, like, and he was like inspired by that, but it's like that her viewpoint is not Superman's.
I see Hunter said action sequences were more impactful in Man of Steel, to be honest. What I will say to that is, does everybody love the Smallville fight? Yes. Everybody loves the Smallville fight in Man of Steel. It's badass. It's cool. I think the action in Superman, James Gunn's Superman, was more impactful to me. There was more emotion.
Well, because
he saves people.
Yeah.
And he saved a squirrel. And my favorite shot in the entire movie, my favorite shot is a 5-second shot in the movie. After he saves that woman with that building falling on top of her in the car.
Yeah.
You remember the shot? She's driving away and she turns around.
Yeah.
Do you remember that shot? What Superman looks like with the dust settling?
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful shot in the movie. It took no effort to make that shot. But it's the most impactful and beautiful shot in the movie. It's the sun is hitting him from behind. He's standing over. He just saved one woman. But that's more meaningful than Smallville, which they destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, you will admit it's a badass fight between all of them. It is.
Yeah.
So when he moves in that, it's badass. Now stand back and think about it. There's a shot in that, if you pay attention, when they crash into that diner and they're about to fight.
Yeah.
There's people in that diner. If you look, Superman couldn't give a single crap about the people in there. He didn't care. He was just fighting. If that was Christopher Reeves or James Gunn's Superman,
yeah,
first thing he would have done is grabbed Zod or whatever and left.
Well, that's
we can't fight in here. People are going to get hurt.
Well, in Superman,
Man of Steel, he didn't even look at them.
Yeah. Well, in Superman 2, like there's a moment where like, when he finds him in the Daily Planet, he's like, General, would you care to step outside? So he's getting him away from the people.
Yeah, that's the point, and that's that scene in the diner in Man of Steel is so telling. It's so telling that Snyder doesn't care, and I get it. I get Snyder's point. This is superpowered people fighting in the real world. This is how it'd be, and it'd be dangerous and dark. No, I mean that's fine, but I'm not seeing Superman for that reason. And to make him not even look at if you look at that shot, I pay attention. He doesn't even look at the people. He just goes straight back to grabbing Zod and fighting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what about all these people? Okay, I guess destroy the building, let them all die.
Or how he
let them all die like your dad taught you.
Or how it's like when it's like there's two of those world-destroying machines. There's one over the Indian Ocean, one over Metropolis. Oh, I'm going to go get the one in the Indian Ocean. Well, that's not threatening to kill people, though.
What scene was that?
That was near the end. Like Superman goes to destroy like one of those spheres that's like in the Indian Ocean, but he isn't able to go to the one in Metropolis, so a lot of people die.
Yeah, you're right. And then that's how BVS starts, where Bruce is like, "Gotta kill that man."
Yeah, but it's like
all the buildings are being torn apart.
Yeah, and he has no moral high ground to stand up because he's just killing people left and right.
Yeah. Oh God, what a strange opening with him. He goes in that building, and then there's people in a like a cell, like a cage, and then he fights these people, and then he marks them.
Yeah.
So they'll get hurt in prison. We don't need to go into what Snyder said about that. No, don't even say it, Greg. You know very well what Snyder said about the markings in prison from Batman.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear that quote. We can all chuckle about it outside this.
Yeah.
But no, I mean Superman saving a squirrel, which by the way, Gunn cut out. He cut that scene out because audiences were like, "Why do you have that shot in there? Just cut it out. Like save some time." So he did, and then he said, "You know what? I missed that shot too much." And he put it back in, and I'm very glad he did, because every shot where he's saving someone is kind of like, this is it. This is what the whole story is about. And then Snyder just doesn't care. Is the exact opposite. Oh, just let them die. His dad taught him that.
Yeah, it's like we talked about this. You gotta keep this a secret. What was I supposed to do? Let them die? Maybe.
Horrible.
Well,
I understand why he put it in, but then my point still stands. Why did he make that? Why did he make this movie then? Why did you make that movie? If you don't, you're basically saying I don't like Superman. So you made your own movie. So don't make it. Make something else.
Well, yeah, I mean, the answer should not be maybe. The answer should be, of course not. I'm damn proud of you for doing that.
Yeah. No, it should be anything else but maybe. No. And Kevin Costner, great actor. What a waste of an actor. That's what I mean. Snyder didn't want to make Superman.
Well,
he didn't want to make Superman.
One thing I liked about this movie is that Paul Kent was actually alive and well.
Yeah. Which tells me too that there could be a scene in the future, second movie, third, whatever, where one of them does die. But he might not go that angle at all. He might not even do that at all.
Well, Paul
he can do it for the tears and the tear jerk, but he might not do it.
Well, Paul Kent's not like Uncle Ben or Bruce Wayne's parents. He doesn't always have to die.
Right, exactly. So I don't know if he's going to go that angle. And honestly, I don't know if you feel the same way. Again, I mean that movie had so many good scenes, so it's hard to pick a best scene. But that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. When he goes home and he's like, he's not sure who he is. Like, who am I? Like, what am I supposed to do?
I think that's the most controversial thing about the movie is his Kryptonian parents.
Right. And then when you pay attention to the plot, he wouldn't have that character arc. There would be, in a story, character has to change. From the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, they have to change. That's the only way of a good movie. And his change came from that message. If that message didn't happen in the movie, it's true. It wouldn't have made sense. There would not. I mean, those scenes wouldn't have happened because it wouldn't have been in the movie. That's how his change happens. He's confused by you start the movie with Lois Lane and all of his friends being like, Superman, you can't just do this, you can't just do that. And he's like, I just want to save people. And then he has this video of his Kryptonian parents saying, oh, well, they're kind of beneath you, and if you need to, sure, like, rule over them. They don't say kill, they say, like, rule over them. And then he goes to his human parents, and he's like, I don't, what am I? Who am I? And that's when he understands it doesn't matter what everybody else is saying. Just be yourself. And his self is helping people. He's just going to help people, and that's it.
Yeah. I think with it's just like, your choices, your actions make you who you are. So
yeah, exactly. And that helped him. That cleared his head, because then he's like, you know what? I need to stop listening to all these different voices. I'm just going to be myself, and myself is just helping people.
I think that's what Superman did a little better than Fantastic Four. It made better use of all its characters a little better.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit, I don't understand the complaints, and I don't know your angle because we didn't really get to talk a lot, so you can talk about it. But I don't understand the complaints that they didn't have chemistry. No, I think they all had great chemistry together, especially Evan Moss. Well, the guy who plays the Thing, and Joseph Quinn, who plays Human Torch. I think they're great together. But,
no, that's Hunter. That's a bad idea, in my opinion.
Well, we can talk about that in a second. But
yeah.
I think the chemistry was great. But I agree, they didn't do a lot with the Thing. They did a little bit with Human Torch, of course. They hear that story. I felt bad because the Thing didn't get a lot of time, and you could tell there was a story cut with that girl. I remember when she was hired. She's a pretty popular actress now. You're like, oh, she's gonna play the blind girl,
but no, she didn't.
But she didn't, and it seems like there was stuff cut out from that. To make the movie, move faster. Which, hey, again, I'm fine with, because even at the 2 hours that was, the last before the final battle, there's like a 30 minutes there that's kind of slow.
Yeah,
it's very slow, and nothing really happens. But that's obviously a part they cut out. And here's the thing: saying, do we have a ton of criticisms for Fantastic Four? Absolutely, of course. But I still think it's an amazing movie, and it's great, and it's a great start, amazing start. It's a great foundation. Now that we've got this over with, now you're getting your classic FF plus all the BS is behind them. Now we can get all these great stories with them and the Avengers, like Galactus and their son and Doom, all of that.
Yeah, I just wish
it's still a great movie. I mean, I have complaints. Obviously, nothing's perfect.
You know what
as far as a Marvel movie, oh my God, it's one of the best.
I just wish they could have interacted with T'Challa.
I mean, I don't know. I think you'll get kind of pieces of that. I mean, you saw what's the time skip? Was it 4 or 5 years?
4 years.
4 years, okay. So you're gonna, how the sci-fi and comics and all that work. You're gonna get time, space shenanigans. You'll get an older T'Challa, the son. He's this. In Secret Wars, he'll be older. There'll be something they'll do, and then T'Challa's like, oh, T'Challa's 20. Something. Wow, how did that happen? Oh, it was some time space warp thing. So you'll get all that. Pedro Pascal was joking. Well, not joking. He was saying that Vanessa Kirby, the actress who plays Invisible Woman, she won't stop talking about Namor on set.
Yeah.
During Avengers, he said she keeps bringing it up because she became obsessed with the comics. So she started reading all the comics about Sue Storm. So now she wants all these things that happen in the comics to happen. So, and we know Namor's in Avengers with them. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we'll talk about that. I think we talked about that earlier. It's like, yeah, it's not a good idea.
What? What's not a good idea?
Robert Pattinson, Batman integration in DC.
It's not happening. I mean, I love Robert Pattinson. I think he's one of the best actors alive right now. And especially one of the best young actors. I would love for him to just play Batman. That would be great, but you can't do that and get rid of that universe. You can't have both.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I don't think he's not going to get the role.
Because I think we talked about it. Matt Reeves' Batman universe won't work with James Gunn's universe.
No, would Christopher Pattinson work? Absolutely. Robert Pattinson. Sorry, not Christopher. Yeah, he'd absolutely work. He this emo, dark, brooding guy mixed with the Superman. I would love to see that, but you can't have both. You can't have him come in and then ditch that whole world that Reeves made. So Pattinson's not going to be DC Batman. Sadly, it'll be somebody else.
Yeah, I mean they're probably going to get someone. Well, I think they're going to get someone like. People are saying like Jensen Ackles would be a good choice.
Everybody wants that. That's fan casting. I don't see that happening. I would love it. I don't see it happening. And the guy who plays Jack Reacher on Amazon.
Yeah.
He's the one everybody wants because of the size.
Yeah.
And he's buddies with James Gunn. I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Yeah. I could definitely see something like that. Again, James Gunn's going more for the cartoon and comics, so his Batman's going to be a big guy.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's not a little guy.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, it's. I think they already said the Batman is going to be classified as an Elseworld story.
Yeah, they want to do a couple of Elseworlds movies, and that's fine. And he said, if they have an Elseworlds Batman movie one year, then their Batman will be another year. They never want to have them the same year.
Yeah. And it's like, well, with Fantastic Four, I think my favorite part in the movie, like in Galactus, was when Reed damages Galactus, and Galactus starts trying to pull Reed apart.
Oh yeah, no, I love that little bit. That's a good bit. I'm surprised because I assumed Reed could stretch pretty far, but no, I like that a lot. I love the opening of that movie. My favorite part's the opening, the television show.
Yeah, the retro '50s television show.
Yeah, no, that was the best part of the movie.
And what was the this? Well, I think the Human Torch, Johnny gets a little bit of stuff because he's the one that gets the most interaction with the Silver Surfer.
Yeah, he has a little crush on her.
Yeah, I mean, Invisible Woman. I think. Yeah, I noticed Galactus was a little weaker than I think he is in the comics because Sue was able to push him around with her powers.
Well, yeah, it's because he wants the kid. So they made him a little meaner. And Sue does have that's the thing. That's the funny part. They didn't use those powers that much in the other movies.
Yeah.
But she's, she can do a lot.
And, oh yeah. Well, I mean, they did specify that it pushed her to the point that she basically killed herself.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she died in that scene,
and Franklin just brings her back to life.
And that was the whole point of that. I love that. I love that they're doing Franklin that they're showing his power this quickly, just so people get in their heads that
this kid is that powerful.
He just brought a dead person back to life as a baby. So as a baby, if he can bring someone dead back to life, what could he do as a teenager? And at 4 years old, he's reading books. So, I'm glad they're going that direction with him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think what their plan is, he's going to basically reset the whole universe. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm assuming that. I think at some point he's going to have to say goodbye to them, too. I mean, he's not in I could see it going a bunch of different directions. I guess because the theme of these movies is family with them. Unlike the comic, he'll probably stay with his family.
Yeah, well, aren't they? Well, they're probably going to eventually do the daughter, right?
I could see that. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do the twin story, but I could see that.
Yeah, it's. I just want them to have Doom and Reed Richards rivalry done with.
Yeah, that'll be there. They'll develop all that. That'll all be there.
Because Doom's like, like that's one of the things that defines Doom. Like, if there's an opportunity for him to prove that he's smarter than Reed, he's gonna take it.
Yeah, yeah. No, he always talks about that. No, they'll do that. They'll for sure do that. And I think it's pretty obvious. The camera very slowly panned across that UN style meeting and showed what country.
Yeah, so he is from that universe, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty obvious what's going on.
Yeah, I love that he didn't show up to that to Sue's little meeting. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to that.
He didn't go to any of their stuff. It looks like
Yeah,
because they have 2 scenes of that, and he wasn't there for either.
yeah.
So he obviously already hates them.
So he's going to probably take. Is it a rumor true that he's going to take Tony's visions or something, and that's why
We have no idea. I mean, they said that they cracked it. They cracked the story, and they have everyone was excited. So we don't know what direction they're going.
Yeah,
But whoever Doom is, post Secret Wars, there's something going on. So this is just I don't know. I'm not sure what's exactly the plan. There's a lot of rumors.
yeah.
There's a lot of leaks, quote unquote leaks and rumors. So we don't know exactly, but I trust them. You've got the writers of Winter Soldier, Infinity War, Endgame. They're doing this along with the same director. So I'm not worried. They wouldn't do it if they didn't have a good idea for it. So
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about that. I'm not worried. And it's gonna be like we're spending years trying to figure out, what are they doing? How are they doing this? How are they going to explain it? When it's going to be a 30-second explanation in the movie. It's going to be so fast.
Yeah.
I know what scene you just want badly.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell everybody. It's Tom Holland Spider-Man to go up to
Do the voice.
Mr. Stark? Because
I'd be so happy.
Because I think after Secret Wars, I don't want to see Tom Holland as Spider-Man anymore.
I know, but the problem is, you realize they're basically starting a new trilogy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, they can replace him, but think about it. Those 3 are done. To them, it's like, well, actually, maybe plans have changed. So maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think they have said that they can't use Miles at all.
They always say things like that, but
I think Miles isn't really needed until you're done with Peter.
That's what I'm saying. So Secret Wars. I mean, I think those kinds of quotes, these are business decisions that are made over like drinks. We have no idea. Feige could just talk to them. Who knows? And they'll just get Miles.
Well,
I mean, like Holland has been in a lot of them. I don't mind. I'd love to see, because he looks young. Yeah. And remember, I know you disagree, but there's hundreds of issues of these characters, hundreds for decades.
Yeah,
you can't expect just one trilogy, or even like 2 trilogies, and they're gone. These characters stay around in the comics for a long time. Yeah, so I get your point. I totally get your point. But I think for me, it's more that I'm just bored of Holland. That's all.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's all it is.
Because imagine if he's the next James Bond.
Yeah, we don't need to get into that. That's a whole other bag of worms.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would kill a lot of people's interest in the next James Bond.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, Holland could be out. It could be Miles. It could be different actor. It's true. Do I think they're going to go do that? No. My gut tells me no. They're going to keep Holland. They're going to keep him for a bit longer. I mean, it wouldn't make after Secret Wars. I expect a lot of new faces, but I don't know. I don't know if Holland's one of them. But at the same time, would I love to see Doom trick him? Yes, it would be great. But then again, Franklin Richards. We're talking about resetting universe. He could just be like, "Oh, I'll bring him back." Done.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be obviously Galactus isn't dead. He's just sealed away.
Yeah, he's just another side of the universe. And the other thing is, like, with Franklin Richards, I mean, he can create universes for fun. So Secret Wars, the second half of that movie, it's not going to be little people like Captain America, Spider-Man, Black Widow. It's going to be all the gods. It's going to be Franklin and Eternity and Loki, and it's not going to be the little guys talking.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is...
Sorry, my dog just came up.
Okay. Yeah, my cat has been on me a lot, but... What's going to happen with... they're basically going to... They're filming Spider-Man 4 really soon, aren't they?
Yeah, they start next week.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, they're probably going to film that in about a month or so.
All these movies are filming near each other. I mean, they filmed Fantastic Four and Avengers Doomsday on the same set, the same area in London. So that's why the actors just went back and forth between the movies.
Yeah, and like I said, they're probably already filming stuff for Star Wars.
And then Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man's not shooting near them. That's another. Oh wait, no, Spider-Man is shooting in London, I think.
Well, one thing I find funny is that we didn't see Hugh Jackman on the cast list that they did.
He's in it. I can confirm he's in it.
And he and Tobey Maguire are going to have scenes together in Secret Wars.
Yeah, Secret Wars will be all the cameos and stuff. This movie, it already has like 40 characters.
Yeah,
they're not going cameo crazy. It doesn't have time. You literally have to develop 40 characters in one movie. So, having Avengers, New Avengers, Fantastic Four, and X-Men, you don't have time for, Ghost Rider and Spider-Man meeting Wolverine. None of that's going to happen in this movie. So,
that's for the next one.
Yeah, that's for the next one. But Wolverine, yes, he's in this movie. Don't worry, he's in it.
I don't think Deadpool's in it, right?
No, I don't want to spoil it for people because this is not a spoiler thing. I think he does have one scene, and it's apparently it's a funny one. But these leaks and rumors. Remember, Marvel likes to make up fake ones. Feige does it for fun. He will do this for fun. So we have no idea because they want to throw people off. I mean, the basic plot of the movie is out there. We all know the basic plot, but there's people that leak certain scenes and what happens in this, what happens in that. And yes, Deadpool, I can say, has a single scene. He might. That's again, it could just be Marvel trying to throw people off.
But I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they keep him, Ryan Reynolds, as Deadpool going forward.
A lot of people have been saying that lately too. They think because he's behind the mask a lot, they might not have to play him anymore, but he can just do the voice because they don't want people waiting 5 years between all these movies. So they can just have him voice it.
Yeah, I mean it's easy.
But he's comedy, so even the movie like Doomsday needs some comic relief. It can't all be dark and dramatic. So you can imagine if he does have that scene in Doomsday, it's a comedic scene.
Yeah, well, he's like the thing about Deadpool is that his whole stick breaking the fourth wall and all that wouldn't really work in a very dark, serious movie.
He doesn't do that in this movie. But you gotta remember, She-Hulk
Yeah.
breaks the fourth wall, and she's one of the Avengers in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Actually, they need to have a scene together.
Yeah, Secret Wars again. I think they could do that. I want all these characters. I've told you this before. The thing I like about these movies is the interactions. Less than even the action. It's just the interactions. I just like seeing all these totally different characters hanging out. That's why Avengers movies are the ones I enjoy the most, and that's why this one, regardless of whatever the story is going to be or how many characters in it, you're having Cyclops hang out with Captain America, hang out with Reed Richards, hang out with Sentry,
Yeah.
and She-Hulk inside of the Fantastic Four Baxter Building. That's all I need. This is the stuff I want.
Yeah. It's with I guess we'll come back to Superbad for a little bit. What I want to say about that is Supergirl takes place right after her scene in Superbad ends, right? That's where it begins.
Yeah, it's based on the comic, so everybody knows the story of her movie.
Yeah, I gotta read that comic then.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a very fast read. You should pick it up. You'll like it. It's really it's her best story ever. I mean, what they do with these stories, and Marvel does the same thing, is you take the most popular story, and then you don't make it. And I'm not trying to say this to be mean. You make it make sense, and you make it less comic silly. I don't want to use the word stupid, but you make it less comic silly because you know how comic books are. They do whatever they want. They do reboots and deaths and revivals and blah 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 blah, and make stuff up every issue. Every 6 months is a whole different story. So they just take the best of the story, they take the main plot of a story, and then they make it good. Supergirl was kind of the same thing. They're taking that story that everyone loved. It's her best story, and they're changing a little bit. Like Lobo's not in it in the comic, but there is a bounty hunter in the comic, so he's just replacing the bounty hunter character, just so they have someone recognizable.
And what was I going to say? With Superman, it's they have this I remember that part. That was that part I wanted to talk about. When Hawkgirl basically kills the dictator, I'm like, there'd probably still be repercussions for that, but a future movie could explore that.
They already did. They answered it. You didn't see it on social media?
Oh, what did they say?
The Justice Gang released a press release from Lord. What's his name?
Maxwell Lord.
Maxwell Lord. And it's half an apology, but that she didn't have a choice, and it's not what people thought. People think it's funny. It's a little bit that they did. So.
I'm just saying that they could deal with the repercussions of that.
I'll tell you right now, that's not a thing. There's not going to be repercussions for that. But as far as all these metahumans being out there and people like Lex Luthor and then the government wanting to rein them in a little bit, I think that's a theme of this whole, chapter 1 or whatever, part 1.
Well, he's going to get out of jail, absolutely.
Oh, duh. He's whatever. In their universe, he's like a trillionaire super genius. He's fine. I heard Gorilla Grodd is going to get introduced well, he was kind of actually already introduced, but his live action, he's in, I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it, but Gorilla Grodd is kind of introducing Creature Commandos, and I think he's going to get his live action debut in the Jimmy Olsen show.
Yeah. And
you've got these geniuses out there.
Obviously, they're going to do Superman, Brave and the Bold, and then after that, they'll do World's Finest.
I think I think they're gonna. I think Gunn's working on a secret movie that he hasn't announced and he hasn't said anything about. I don't know why, but and he said it's a movie. Here's the part of the quote that made everyone suspicious. He said if he revealed the name of the movie and what the movie is, Marvel would steal the idea. So everyone was like, "What does that mean?" Like that obviously means it's a theme. So like Thunderbolts and Suicide Squad being similar.
Yeah.
It's an
Speaking
idea. My theory is because if Marvel would steal the idea, that's why he's not talking about it. I think he's going to do the League of Villains from the cartoon.
Oh, the Legion of Doom.
I think he's going to do that. That's my theory. I think that the movie one of the movies he's writing is Legion of Doom, and you would love that. You would be there day one.
Well, last I heard, somebody pitched Gunn a Joker and Harley movie or something.
Yeah, the writer. Who's the writer who pitched it? I forget. I forget who the writer was. Who knows? Who knows if that went through with Gunn? Gunn has to read every script and like it. So he's killed projects. He said he killed a major project. No one knows what it is. He said they tried to do a script 3 times and it wasn't good, so they canceled it.
I could see Joker and Harley being in the world's finest movie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, down the road.
And well, that reminds me, Peacemaker comes out in less than a month, and is the first season not canon to DCU, or is it like parts of it canon?
Parts of it. So Gunn's whole thing is, if it's mentioned or talked about, it's canon. That's it.
Obviously, they kept John Cena as Peacemaker.
Yeah.
His cameo got a few laughs in the theater.
Oh yeah, people loved it. That was a great cameo.
It was like I forget. I don't even remember what he said about Superman. It was like
he just made fun of him.
Yeah. Well, isn't Peacemaker's whole stick that he's very I gotta watch that show. I mean,
yeah, you probably should. I'm gonna watch season 2 only because now it connects to these stories. And
aren't they filming Lanterns right now? Or
no, Lanterns is done. That everyone's gonna watch that. I mean, Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan. That's great. I'm in.
Yeah. And no, I love how they have all the Green Lanterns already.
Exactly. The Green Lantern Corps is a thing everyone already knows.
So it's like you can have multiple Green Lanterns.
I love it.
He had my favorite line in the movie when like Metamorpho was like, we can't have you in the team. You're too ugly. And Hawkgirl's like, it's like Justice can't have someone too ugly. Justice, that's a cool name. You're in.
Yeah, and the way he says you're in, he's like, you're in.
Yeah, it's like Hawkgirl's like, ugh.
And I love that he doesn't hold your hand in that movie. You don't know who Metamorpho or whatever that guy is, what he is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just gotta go with it, ride with it. He's a guy that can create elements. That's all you need to know.
Well, yeah, I mean that was the he basically made kryptonite because
he almost killed Superman. He could have killed him.
Well, I mean, the Superman. I think it's like if he's exposed to that for too long, he will die.
Yeah.
Because they said something about how kryptonite wasn't on the planet anymore, but I'm sure they'll find a way around that if they need to.
I think Lex will figure something out.
Yeah. I could see Lex being president in a future movie.
Yeah, I think that'll happen too.
Well, there's a line in Justice League Unlimited, I think, that sums up Lex Luthor so well. It's like when he's like beating around the question. He's like, "Do you know how much power I would have to give up to be president?"
Basically, yeah, that's true. If they do, what is it, Legion of Doom?
Yeah.
There's one scene I want so bad, and this is why JLU was one of the best cartoons ever made.
Yeah.
when the Flash walks up to the mirror. Tell me the line.
He's like, no, it's Luthor in Flash's body. He's like,
Oh yeah. So tell me the line. Yeah.
he's like, if nothing else, I can learn the Flash's secret identity. And he's like, I have no idea who this is.
I want that scene so bad. And then the Flash is in Lex's body.
Yeah.
And they're all hanging around him waiting, like, for his answers.
Yeah.
God, what an episode. What a show. So good.
Yeah. Hi, Hector.
One of the best cartoons. I'm so glad this movie took inspiration from it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I could see the roster of the Justice League being similar to the cartoon.
Yeah, and then at some point they'll do what they did in Unlimited. You know, it'll just be like the Avengers, where people go in and out.
Yeah. Well, all right. So I guess to wrap it up, we'll say, do you recommend? What do you think is going to make more money, Superman or Fantastic Four? Superman just crossed 500 million worldwide, and Fantastic Four just came out and it's already at 200 million.
I don't know. It's gonna be very close.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hit 1 billion, but they'll probably get like in the 600, 700 range.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think it's gonna be really close. I think Fantastic Four might end up making more money just because overseas.
Yeah, because Superman's having a tough time overseas.
Yeah, so I think Fantastic Four might make more money, but yeah.
But I think Superman will make more money domestically.
Yeah. I could see that.
Because right now they're saying Superman might finish over 400 million domestically.
You know, and these days that's really good. You know, back before COVID, that would have been seen as like, that's all right.
Well, actually, no, that's still considered pretty good. It's just
no, I know it's pretty good, but before COVID, it would have been, the movie would have made 500, 600 domestic for sure.
But yeah, I mean, things are still kind of recovering, I think, from COVID in a way.
Things what?
Things are still kind of recovering a little bit from COVID.
Yeah, I mean that's another topic, really, but no, nothing's gone back to the way it was with movie theaters. Every year, these movies are making a little less and less. So it sucks for some people, but it's another thing of maybe inflated budgets. These budgets are
well, yeah, that's the other problem is that they were just spending too much on budgets, and it's like, how are you going to make that back?
Exactly. So,
like Mission Impossible,
it's gotten way out of control.
Like Mission Impossible, that new one, it cost $250 million to make, and I'm like, that's ridiculous for a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, and then that racing movie from Brad Pitt cost over $300 million.
It's like, yeah, you're not going to make your money back with that.
It's just about racing, and I'm like, that's insane.
Yeah, it's like that should be like a $50 million movie. That's it.
Yeah, like it's crazy that they spend this much. I mean, Avengers movies, that's one thing. It's still obscene. They still spend too much on them.
I think that's the problem. Marvel did serious damage with that budget thing.
Yeah, everyone, it's Disney and Marvel went a little overboard with a lot of things, and it really hurt. It really hurt the industry, unfortunately. But
yeah, well, I can't think of an industry that is doing well. The video games are kind of having this. Video game industry is having the same problem in many ways.
Yeah, too much money. I take me back to the graphics of the 360 era. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's like going to save your money. I don't care.
Yeah, and then we get a new game every 2 years instead of every 5 years. That's fine.
Yeah, that's go back, and then when technology catches up and things get cheaper, as they always do every year, okay, then we'll get to that point of 4K, 120 FPS, ultra realistic graphics. But obviously, if it's costing you $200 million to make something and it takes 5 years, it's like maybe scale back. It's fine.
Like Spider-Man 2 cost, I think, $300 million to make, and it was like that's
ridiculous. But it made its money. I mean, that's the thing.
Like I think with Grand Theft Auto 6, yeah, that's gonna make its money, no problem.
Yeah. That's that's such a rare, once in a lifetime type release.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. I got to wrap this up soon because I got to go eat dinner soon.
oh, that's nice. Okay, good for you.
What about you? Do you?
No, I mean I'm good. Good. Glad to talk about Superman and Fantastic Four.
All right. Well. All right. Well. What
Recommend
else?
them both. Recommend them both for different reasons.
Yep. Okay. Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. Just people should go see them both.
Yeah. I guess to wrap this up, what do you think will have the what do you like? Because I think Fantastic Four is doing a little better than Superman review wise, but not by much.
Yeah. What's your question?
I was like, what did you think of the scene where Sue like asks tells everyone, I'm not going to give up my child. Everyone's just convinced by that. Like that's a very controversial scene, apparently.
Oh, I didn't know that. What's the controversy?
They think everyone was swayed too easily.
It's a movie. You don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
To develop that kind of scene, but they're not going for that angle. They're not going for some dark angle where everyone turns on them. For the whole movie. I get it.
Well, they both have the same kind of plot, like the public turns on the hero.
Yeah, yeah, exact same thing. Yeah, and I guess with all their past accomplishments, it makes sense that we'll do something about it. We'll try our best to do. We'll do something about it. We'll save you guys. So, I mean, imagine the other ending. How dark that would be. Oh, well, let's leave them here.
Yeah, well, that's another thing I wanted to mention. Like the Thunderbolts ending made people think how Fantastic Four would end, but that's not what happened.
Yeah, you were like, oh shit, they left the planet.
But
like that would have been dark. I mean, Reed would have done that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like they're gonna go into that. I think they hinted at it in this movie.
Yeah, well, I loved how
Reed's got a little bit of a dark side.
Yeah, I love that plot where it's like they basically tried to lure Galactus into what was basically a Scooby Doo trap.
Yeah, that was funny. He just pulls the baby out, puts a fake one.
Well, he's like, clever bugs.
Yeah. No, I think the scene with Reed, talking about his calculations and almost hinting like, well, maybe we do give him the baby. There's a few of those scenes in that movie that hints that there's a little bit of a darker side to him. He knows. To him, it's calculations and math and not emotion.
Yeah. It's just so it's just a little they both embrace their comic book roots, I'd say.
Yeah, which I love. And the opening of FF, incredible. Just incredible.
Well, I think that's so Thunderbolts is basically going to pick up. There's two different groups of Avengers. There's Sam's team and there's Bucky's team. So, right?
Yeah.
So, I think Bucky mentions in Thunderbolts that Sam's not happy with them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tiny little plot point they'll cover.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine both of them are going to show up.
Yeah. Well,
on that Fantastic Four ship.
Obviously, Christopher Evans is going to be Captain Steve Rogers in Secret Wars, even though they're not saying that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be both Doctor Doom and Iron Man in that movie.
Yeah, they'll do a bunch of stuff for Secret Wars.
And Scarlett Johansson says she's not back, but she's totally back for Secret Wars.
Yeah, I heard Samuel L. Jackson's back for Doomsday. He has one scene.
Yeah, although I could see him probably not doing it much longer, considering how old he's.
No. I think Doomsday will be his last movie.
Doomsday or Secret Wars. He's got to have a scene with white Nick Fury, in my opinion.
That'd be funny. Yeah, he'll make some kind of comment.
Yeah. With, I don't know, maybe they're going to get David Hasselhoff back to play white Nick Fury.
Hasselhoff died.
He did?
Pretty sure, right? Or am I wrong?
Let me check.
Yeah, I could be. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm mixing up all these celebrities.
No, he's still alive.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's 73, but he's still alive.
Okay.
Because a lot of famous people have died this past week. So
Yeah, that's why I'm like, wait, did he? Is he still on? But yeah, no. No, I really think Nick Fury's gonna only be in Doomsday, and then, well, Sam Jackson, they're gonna have to go into the new shield, the new sword. They've barely shown it. So,
yeah, they barely showed a lot of stuff. Like that's the thing. They haven't done anything with White Vision. I think, as far as I know.
well, his show is done filming. They just filmed it. It's already done.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and like I said, you only get one show a year, so it's gonna be a bit. But he's in Secret Wars. So
Yeah. Basically, Secret Wars is the final goodbye for like the original Guard, I'd say.
yeah, no, that's a good way to put it.
And the final goodbye for the Fox X-Men, the Fox era.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to put it. It's
even though it's like the Fox X-Men era has had so many goodbyes, I've kind of lost count as to how many there are now.
yeah, it was not. It was fun as a kid. They're not great movies.
Yeah, it's like X-Men 3 was kind of a goodbye. Days of Future Past was kind of a goodbye.
X-Men
Logan
3
was kind of a goodbye, and then Deadpool Wolverine was kind of a goodbye. So it's like, wow,
exactly. They keep saying goodbye.
Yeah.
No, when a new cast comes in, then you know. And this is MCU X-Men. So look what they did to Fantastic Four, and that's how they're going to take care of X-Men.
They're going to get young actresses for Cyclops and Jean.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to get them working as a team, and them messing with each other as a team, and all their powers being used all the time, unlike the Fox movies.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your proper X-Men.
Oh, that will probably make $1 billion.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't even matter who's playing who. It's just going to make a lot of money.
Although they might keep Hugh Jackman since they're like, oh, you're going to be Wolverine till you're 90.
Yeah. No, I think they're going to do to Wolverine what you thought was a good idea all those years ago, which is keep him as the cameo, as the to excite people. Don't.
Yeah.
Characters
he can be the star in like a Wolverine show or something.
But then when he pops up in these team movies, it's exciting because it's like, oh my god, look, there he is.
Yeah. But, well, I guess we talked enough. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time for whatever we want to talk about. I guess we could probably talk about One Piece, considering that's starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, but you have to catch up.
Yeah, but One Piece, it's like, my God, I can't believe how long it is now.
Yeah, no, it's near it's in its end phase, which means we could have another good 5-6 years.
Yeah, well, end phase, but it's like, how long is that going to be?
Yeah, it's true.
I could see it if it ended in 2 years, ending around the 30th anniversary. That would be.
No, that was his dream, but that's not happening.
Yeah, just like how Kishimoto wanted to end Naruto around the 10th anniversary, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, that sucks. But yeah, no, it was fun talking about both movies.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about other stuff next time. I guess maybe video game news or whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah, sure.
Because I got another Mortal Kombat stream with Razor and Shad soon.
Oh, of course you do. I don't know how you guys can talk so much about Mortal Kombat.
I don't know. Well, no, they're very passionate about Mortal Kombat. They really are.
Yeah, I could tell.
I mean, I wouldn't say you have room to talk because you can do the same with One Piece.
That's true. But One Piece has 1,600 chapters with dialogue. Mortal Kombat has a million reboots.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with Mortal Kombat. They just keep rebooting, and I think people are losing interest.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to do it again.
Because nobody liked the new era. Nobody liked it.
Yeah, it's true.
I think I wouldn't mind if they went back to John Tobias's story, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
Yeah, because he doesn't seem interested in coming back.
When's your
but-
collection coming out?
When's the? Oh, I don't know. I've heard it was playable at SDCC.
Oh, right. I heard it's coming out the same time as the movie.
October then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get that for Switch too.
yeah. They want to release it on Halloween.
Yeah. My poor wallet. I
Yeah.
guess we'll talk about that when that comes out.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna play the Game Boy version.
Yeah. I'll challenge you to a couple matches in UMK3.
I wonder if the Game Boy version will have online.
I don't know. I think it's just the arcade versions that are getting the online play.
Oh, all right. And is Ultimate MK3 in it or no?
Yeah, Ultimate is arcade.
Okay, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite Mortal Kombat game ever.
The 4 arcade games that we're getting are MK1, MK2, MK3, UMK3, and MK4.
MK4 was in the arcades?
Yeah, it was, and it's actually the first time the arcade version is being
I
re-released.
thought that
on
was just a
anything.
console-only game.
No, it's actually an arcade first. It was actually and apparently it was really hard to emulate properly. So this is the first time it's actually getting a re-release.
So I've never played 4 in my whole life.
Yeah, 4 is like the mix of the 2D and the 3D.
Yeah, no, Ultimate is the best. Ultimate 3 is my favorite Mortal Kombat game. It's just it's just perfected. It feels like they perfected the 2D. Mortal Kombat.
I mean, like there was a slow improvement from 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly. They felt like they kept getting a little bit better. They were learning lessons.
Yeah, because the first one they didn't think it was going to be anything special. They thought that they were going to make one game and that was it.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, it was good talking to you.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye, everybody.
Wait.